You are listening to Nerd Best Friends, a podcast that covers the nerdy conversations you're already having, or wish you could. It's the nerdiest thing you'll do this week.
This is Analese.
This is Rob.
And this is Dr. Intern Joan.
And we are your nerd best friends.
It's time for the Nerd Summer Games!
Hey nerds, if you're loving Nerd Best Friends, do us a solid and follow the show. It's free, it helps us out, and it makes me, the intern, look good, so they'll keep letting me out of the sound booth. While you're at it, drop a rating and review. Every 5 stars gets me one step closer to reading more of the script without supervision. And if you're really into us, check out our Patreon for bonus content, which I probably create, so get on over there. Behind-the-scenes nerdiness and exclusive chaos you won't hear anyone else. Thanks for listening. And remember, being a nerd is a lifestyle, not a phase.
While there's no summer games this summer, I know the city of Los Angeles has a couple more years to get ready for the summer games, so we decided to make our own nerd summer games. An academic decathlon, Rob. Me versus you. Mano y mano. And the winner takes the company.
I get the company?
You're a bad, bad man.
I'm gonna get the company. Intern Joan.
Listen,
Nerd
Carl.
Best Friends, LC. Coming to me. Fill out your W-2s. We're gonna run this thing into the ground.
Let's make some
I
money.
choose a business ethics.
I've actually taken a business ethics course.
Are you saying you do better than Captain Carl?
I would say that every scenario that came up in my business ethics course, I immediately thought of doing the exact wrong thing for profit in politics.
Joan, you might be a little lost, but we are on a Billy Madison tangent.
I knew it was something that I was not involved in. At least I have
gotta
seen
watch more
Billy
Billy
Madison.
Madison.
At least I have seen it at least once. So
Okay.
that's
All right. Maybe make it twice. And then you'd be like 1/100th of the way the amount of times me and Rob have seen it. How y'all doing? It's summer.
Well, I'm doing real good. I'm having a good summer. I've had some time off. I did get some summer colds somewhere on one of the flights or airports or dumb things I went on. Somebody got me sick, but it's not too bad.
We haven't
How are
seen
you
Dr. Intern Joan for a while.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't make it to Hellmouth Con, and I'm real jealous because it sounded like it was a good time. I've just been working, figuring out my summer schedule.
We totally needed you, Joan.
Oh, yeah.
We
missed,
needed-
your presence was very missed at Elma.
Future plans. We know never to do a live episode con again without someone else there to say, hey, idiot, press record.
I know it's not Joan's fault that you didn't
No.
press record, but I feel like if Joan were there, you would have pressed record.
I also feel that way.
And yes, Joan, and also if Andrew had been with us, or if we had taken a third party with us to do some of the things that we were running around and doing, yeah, that might have been, it might have still been missed. Who knows?
That's okay. Intern Joan, you can go next year and I'll stay home.
We still need a third person.
Nice try. Well, let's get to some nerd mail.
Nerd mail.
All right. Well, I have some nerd mail from our social medias based off of our HellmouthCon episode. Robbie, you had made a joke in that episode about showing up on Sunday, the morning of our panel, and seeing churchgoers getting lost, finding their church service in the middle of HellmouthCon.
Yes, that was one of the favorite things that happened. I even took a picture of it. If I can find it super quick, I will. But
The church welcome sign.
But yes, there was a little sign on the grass that I'm sure they put up there every Sunday. I know there's schools in our school district that will do this. They'll lease the facilities for churches on Sunday.
Right.
Do they do that at your high school?
We don't do it at my high school, but nearly every school I've worked for has had some sort of church service on Sundays, in the auditorium or in the cafeteria or something.
So I have this great picture of their little sign that they put out every Sunday that's welcome to our worship service, with a little arrow up the sidewalk. And that little sign on the grass is right below the gigantic banner they hung across the fence that says, welcome to the Hellmouth. It was so good.
You'll have to find that picture. We'll put it on our social media.
Yeah, it's like right here. But so then the other thing was, as we were getting ready for our showcase, we're like, oh, we're up in this little theater and we should, stand outside the door and greet people and be like, hey, if you're looking for our session, it's over here, blah, blah, blah. And I see this like big group of people coming and I'm like, snaps. Hi, good morning. Welcome to our session or whatever. And they're like over here, they start walking over and I realize they're all kind of dressed nice and stuff. I'm like, oh, they're not here for our Dungeons and Dragons vampire session.
They're here for church.
For a different vampire session.
You were out the other door. I totally missed all of this. So when you talked about it on our episode, I thought you were just making a joke. But no, you really saw people all confused at the vampires and the hell mouth mentions as they were going to their church service.
Yep, absolutely. That is a real
amazing
thing. And I wonder, I even to the point where I wondered if we were in the room they usually use.
That is very possible. I could see
I
that.
think
Well,
we were
except
in
it's
the room they
upstairs,
usually use.
which means they'd have to give access to the elevators, and districts are really wonky about that. But
Oh, you're right. Maybe they usually do it in the cafeteria.
like,
which
or
was
the
full of,
auditorium or something.
like goth merchandise.
Wow. Well, yeah,
Or
they could have
brimstone.
met some vampires if they'd gone to the gym.
That's a t-shirt
Got
right
'em.
there.
Got him.
How am I
All
supposed
right.
to meet vampires if I don't go to the gym?
We'll find that picture and post it because that is hilarious. Welcome to Sunday church service. Welcome to the Hellmouth.
It was pretty
We're
funny.
gonna find it.
A juxtaposition, if you will. For my nerd mail, I just have a thank you. I know that there's a couple of our patrons that I know are patrons that I know in real life. So I delivered koozies and stickers to them, the same koozies and stickers we gave away at Hellmouth. And so everybody thought the koozies are super cool. And thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, patrons. Thank you, subscribers. And if you are listening and have not got yours, we plan on sending them out to the rest of our Patreons as well. So coming soon.
All right. My nerd mail had to do with the press passes that you got at Hellmouth Con. What did that get you behind the scenes? How did you use those?
This is a good question. Go
Damned
ahead,
if I
Rob.
know. You take this one, Analese.
Well, I can tell you that we got into the whole weekend events for free. So we didn't
Mhm.
have to pay for being able to attend things. We could not get into much else. And that was actually surprising to me. Everything I've read about having press passes at these types of cons or events, there's usually a press room that you can park yourself in. And sometime during the events, people come through. And it's not mandatory. You won't see every celebrity or every guest come in. But usually there's a press room and a press circuit. Hellmouth Con did not have that. You can see why. Anyone who does multiple things, any of the actors or the guests who do multiple things, they are literally running from one thing to another with their security detail or whatever. They're going from the auditorium to an autograph session to a photo booth session to some of the actors did little mini games or activities. If you remember when you went last year, Joan, they had the like arts and crafts session and they had like another creative writing or tarot card session. I can't remember what it was that we saw way too late because they sell just 40 or 50 tickets to these things. And so you have to buy a ticket to go. They do breakfasts. So the guests are sitting at tables with the 80 people who bought a ticket for breakfast. So they at Hellmouth Con run these people from place to place to place to place. Like Emma Caulfield was there. And she was a late addition, but all she did was sign autographs and take pictures. So she was at her table and then not at her table. So there was no press. And I don't know if Hellmouth Con's going to change that. They actually packed a lot into the 2 days. So who knows if that changes. But what we got were special blue passes or blue wristbands that showed we were press. I mean, people did notice it and it didn't get us to the front of any lines. Like I still stood in line to meet James Marster, stood in line to meet Emma Caulfield, but all they asked for exchange of free attendance, it's about $150 weekend pass, was that we provide some social media content, which we did.
Okay. Yeah, I assumed that that's how you were meeting all of the actors when you were posting the pictures or doing the things. So
Wouldn't that be nice?
that would have been nice. Yeah.
That was the hope that we were going to do a press circuit, like a press room. That didn't happen. I actually stood in line while Rob kind of scoped things out for James Marsters and Emma Caulfield. And then I did buy the picture opportunity with the 3 principals, which was really cool. And they didn't let us film that interaction. And I was really sad about that because I like planned it out in my head to tell them when I walked up. I was like, nice to meet you guys. So cool you're doing this. And I said, I am a high school principal. And like, this photo opportunity is everything for me. Instead of a regular pose, can we do like a bad principal pose and we all crossed our arms and it came out really cool. And then is it Sherman? Armin Sherman?
Armin Shimmerman. Armin Shimmerman is the coolest dude. Like, I had heard from Star Trek conventions, like, everybody knows that Armin Shimmerman is like this funny guy. He's nice. He takes time or whatever. And he definitely was, especially like, I feel like you got in and got out of that photo thing pretty quick. He was ready to talk you up. Like, he knew you had spent some money and was like, oh, where are you a principal at? Like, blah, 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 blah. Like, totally interested.
Yeah, I probably could have slowed down, but I know from like reading their guidelines, it's like step in, say hi, and step out, right? You don't have time to talk to them. Like, they're very clear on their guidelines with HellmouthCon because they're getting so many people through these photo ops in a short amount of time. In fact, on Saturday night, the night photo shoot with James Marsters and Juliet Landau, they had sold pictures and they were there after 10 o'clock, which was when they were supposed to be off the high school campus. So everything in their guidelines is quick. So he did. He's like, where are you principal at? I said, it's this town called Ukiah. And he nods his head. I said, oh, I've never heard of it. And I'm doing this as I'm like walking backwards away from him. Like, I'd never heard of it, but I became the principal there 2 years ago. And he's like, oh, and then he looked over and he looked back at me like he wanted to keep talking. But then I saw the people who were running an event starting to usher the next person in. And I was like, what do I do? Like, I would love to sit here and talk with these guys, but
I noticed that when he was at his booth too. I was kind of scoping his booth while we were standing in line at the Emma Caulfield booth. And like, everybody just came away with a big old smile and he had gotten a story and it was wonderful. He's a really cool dude.
He was really cool. All three of them were really cool.
Emma Caulfield was like extrovert on display. Like, she was there like in her sweats and she had her makeup on and she would like meet somebody and it was almost like you could see her like take a little breath and then turn on, hi, how are you? Oh my God, I love your shirt. And then, like, go through the whole thing and then do the pictures and she was beautiful. And then like the person will walk away. She'd go back to the table, totally calm and normal, take a drink of water, kind of crack her neck and then like turn and then switch back on. Hi!
It was
Holy
cool.
cow.
It was cool to see her acknowledging to us, right, that she wanted to be present with us. Like, it was cool. And I wore my Anya shirt. I'm actually wearing it now, coincidentally, and it's a picture of a bunny, not a picture, drawing of a bunny. And it's got all this, like a diagram, but it's got all of Anya's lines from her little soliloquy in Once More with Feeling about bunnies. And I'm like, look, it's your solo. It's your solo in Once More with Feeling. And she like leaned over and she's reading it. And she's like, it is the whole thing. It was really cool. She was really cool too.
It's awesome.
And we timed that perfect. Whatever the big event was right before, we walked right into the auditorium with our press wristbands and there was like 6 people in line. I'm like, this is the shortest her line has been ever. Let's just jump in line real quick. So it was cool. But the press passes for now got us entrance for the weekend to be able to cover the event.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right.
I did find the picture, by the way, and it's like a nice little sign with a dove on it that says, this way to the Jesus Center, and with a big arrow, and the arrow is pointing
Welcome
at
to the Hellmouth. Yeah, you got it. Is that in the folder?
Yes.
Yeah, okay,
Amazing.
cool. I will put that up on our social medias. All right, that was nerd mail. Let's get to talk nerdy to me. Today's Talk Nerdy to Me is going to be real quick because we have summer games to get to. Summer nerd games to get to. Rob, I'll give you 45 seconds.
45 seconds.
You
I
want 45 or you want
to talk
60?
about.
You want 60?
gosh.
I'll give you 60 seconds.
We'll see. Okay, Dr. Intern, do you want to hear about comic books or do you want to hear about Star Wars?
I want to hear about comic books.
Okay, so
Okay,
if I'm
hold
going to
on.
talk about
I haven't
comic
started
books,
the timer yet. I'll
it's
give you
actually a
seconds.
timer.
Oh, I don't need minutes. Yes. This is
'Cause
called, I don't
everything's
need 2 hours.
45 minutes. All right, let me give you the synopsis of every one of these comic books I've read this summer.
All right, I'm going to 60 seconds. And this is called a micro nerd out. You have 60 seconds to nerd about something random and start.
Not so random. I think I talked about it before, but it was on Hoopla. They put a package together of all the Emmy Award winning comic books from 2024, like the graphic novels. And they have been fantastic for one, but I might have oversold it because I think there's some things that I'm more drawn to than others. Like, for instance, I shared with you, like, the Batman stuff is so good on there and the Superman stuff on there is so good. And even the Plastic Man was this, like, well, that one was really good from like a design comics perspective with the different art and the different, things that they do in that book. I highly recommend it. But then as I started getting to more of the other stuff, I realized like, oh, this is really bad. Like, for instance, there are 2 Venom comic books on there. And so I'm like, okay, cool. I'll read this Venom one. It was terrible. Like, I stopped reading it after the 3rd issue because it was so bad. But
And that's
they have
time.
another one Nope. Dr. Jones,
That's time.
you're going to want to look for...
Nope, follow the rules.
It's time. You only had... Wait, how do I stop this? Stop. Okay.
It's still going.
Yeah, 60
Lies
seconds.
my teachers told me. It's a
I am going to mute you because your time is up.
You can try. You can try to shut down the signal, but you can't. It's like Firefly. I'll get...
She muted you.
Someone
Ultimate
learned
producer
something
flex.
new. I can actually mute you. Look at that.
Did you get my Firefly
I'm
joke?
crying. It's so...
Did my Firefly joke come through at least?
Lies
Cool.
my
I hope
teacher
you're having
told.
a great live experience, listeners.
I think it's amazing. I was going to say, speaking of Firefly, by the way,
BT
our
dubs.
Nerdstalgia episode last week was a re-roll of our Firefly episode from 2021, I think. Season
How
2.
about that?
So that's out again if you want to listen to it. Okay. Did
I
I
don't
think
wanna
about
play.
something to Micronerd?
Yeah, you better.
Crap.
Should have talked about Star Wars. I'll take your time. So, Joan, I just finished watching season 2 of Andor. Season 1 was fantastic of Andor. And season 2 was also really, really good. It started a little slow, but it was worth it because the build got super crazy good. I forgot immediately after I finished season 2 because it leads like right into Rogue One. Like in Rogue One, you see him it opens with Cassian Andor on a planet meeting an informant, and season 2 of Andor ends with him like, all right, I gotta go to the planet and meet Tovek. And so he takes off and then boom. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta immediately start Rogue One and watch it. Still such a cool movie. And now that I see like the 2 seasons of the prequel and then the movie, and then of course, as soon as that movie was over, immediately I had to start Star Wars and watch that because it again dovetails into that. So like season 1 of Andor, season 2 of Andor, Rogue One, and Star
How do you
Wars.
have the kind of time to do all
What
of that?
an amazing story. It's so good. Like
It's
as a
amazing.
whole, just
I love it when things
Amazingly
line up like...
I
amazingly good.
rewatched Rogue One, and it reaffirmed that it is still my favorite Star Wars film.
It's so good, and you will love
I
it
haven't seen
even
Andor.
more after you see those 2 seasons of Andor. It's so,
Like, how do
so
you
good.
have like 12 hours to do all that back to back to back?
Well, I just finished season 2, so it took me 3 years.
That's all
But
the
then
time
you
in
said
the
you
world. It's fine.
immediately went to, and then you immediately went to, and then you immediately went to, like,
Yeah, because I finished season 3, or I finished season 2, the episode, and I'm like, oh my god, and I go bloop bloop, and I clicked play and watched like 20 minutes, and then had to come back and watch the rest later.
oh, it's not in a row. I see what you're saying.
I
Once you
mean-
finished it, you went to the next thing. I got it.
Yeah, that's what I
It's
mean.
like-
I was so hyped. The excitement was there that I had to be like, wait a minute, doesn't it open with him meeting that guy? And did it? And I'm like, it does. Okay, we'll finish this later because it's...
I
Got it.
do that whenever I do rewatches of Queer as Folk and Buffy, because there's such a connection between the final episode of the series and the first episode of the series. It's always magical to circle back around and watch the first few minutes because of the way they end. It's pretty cool.
Do you want to know my
well, there you
favorite
go.
Star Wars
I filled
movie?
both 60-second spots.
Wait,
You're
what is
welcome.
Joan's favorite
Muty
Star Wars
McMute
movie?
face. What was your favorite Star Wars movie, Joe?
The Ewok movie of 1984.
Darn right.
Yet again, the trope of 2 kids trying to find their parents because they're orphaned on this planet. It's my favorite.
Wait, what?
To be
TBD. 2T future. Ask me questions later.
Are you talking about Empire Strikes Back?
No, I'm talking about The Ewok Adventure, 1984.
The cartoon?
No, the live action movie with Ewok, with Wicket the Ewok and the little blonde
Yeah,
curly haired girl.
Well, I know Wicket the Ewok. I
Yeah.
watched the cartoon.
Yeah, the movie.
There's a movie? I'm sure I saw it.
You call yourself a fan.
I don't remember.
ooh,
I'm
shots
sure
fired.
I watched it, but I
Shots
can't
fired.
remember it.
Oh, I bet Josh has seen it.
Josh has seen it.
Hold on. We're gonna IMDb this. It's called the Ewok movie.
You want to bring Josh on the show? I'm just over Carnival of Courage, Josh says. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
The Ewok Adventure TV
The Ewok
movie
Adventure.
from 1984, Caravan of Courage.
Yeah, Josh has seen it.
Look
See?
at that in
Rob?
the chat and
Bring Josh on the
the
show. Maybe you won't
DQ.
mute him.
Well, maybe he's also seen Return to Oz and he'd make a better co-host.
Dr. Intern Joan is on it. She's
Listen,
on
you
one
can
today.
have him. You could pay him double.
Double of nothing.
Mm-hmm. Man.
We summered this topic.
Yes.
No script.
That was a micro nerd and a macro Robdus.
Beef. Intern Jones' beef with Rob ongoing.
You know what? I've changed my mind. I don't like it when Intern Jones on the call. I get muted. Everybody's mean to me.
You don't like it. You love it.
I don't
All
want to
right,
watch Superman in
hey.
his underwear, so there.
That's true. I am making you wear Superman with his underwear.
Yeah. Hey, let's get to the nerd games now that we're all riled up.
That's
It's
right.
time for nerd games. So this is what we did. Here's the setup. I picked questions for Rob to answer. Rob picked questions for me to answer. And today's moderator and scorekeeper is Dr. Intern Joan, the quizmaster.
Here I am.
So here we go. Who's going to go first, Dr. Intern Joan?
All right, take it away, Quizmaster Joan.
Here I am. All right, pick a number between 1 and 10. You'll never know if I just pick someone randomly or because it's the actual number. What do you got?
7.
3.
Rob is closest. It was 4. So we will ask Rob a question first.
Already, how many points was that worth?
I guess.
0.
You're still maybe
Negative 3.
Yep.
But I'm in the
-1.
lead.
With -1. Yeah.
What?
All right. You got a lot to make up for, sir. All right. 10 questions.
With your personality.
With your personality. 10 questions, multiple choice. And then if we have, for some reason, a tie, there's some extra questions at the end.
Hey, also, no spoilers in the chat.
Yes,
Don't help
spoilers
them
in
out.
the chat.
Or me.
That's why we have chats.
Wrong answers only.
Nope.
Wrong
help me.
answers only. Distract Rob. All right. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, who says, I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
The dude with the mohawk who was the Rusty Wallace character in Days of Thunder with Tom Cruise.
We do have choices for you.
Remember that time I said it was multiple choice? Do you want some of those?
You just lost points. May
It's
God
just a
have
little
mercy
glimpse
on
into
your
how-
soul.
How the mind works there.
Okay. A, Star-Lord. B,
Nope.
Rocket.
Nope.
C, Yondu. D, Drax.
Yondu.
Correct.
It's a dude with the thing in that place, and the thing that he
The
does
dude
when he
with the
acted in the
mohawk
other
from
thing, and he
Days of
does the
Thunder.
other thing.
Who played Rusty Wallace.
Is my
Or
favorite.
perhaps Dale Earnhardt. But I like to think it's Rusty Wallace.
He was also in Walking Dead, which is how I know him.
Yes.
yeah. He's been in a
Yes.
lot of things. I think he was in
Oh.
Stargate. The show, not the movie. The original show, not the remake. Or the, not reboot. The expanded universe.
Remake.
No. Because they had Stargate SG-1, then they had Stargate Atlantis, then they had Stargate Your Mom, and like, they're all in the same Stargate.
Oh, yeah, I missed that one.
Well,
Well, let me tell you, it was a portal
Well.
to another world.
none of that is applicable to this conversation. All
All
right,
right, is it
working, no
Annalese's turn
points.
now?
shifting to Annalese.
All right.
Yeah.
Which Stephen King novel was originally published under the pseudonym Richard Bachman and later adapted into a movie starring Arnold Schwarzenegger?
The Running Man.
See, she did it too.
I mean, you don't need choices in that scenario. See, Rob, precise answer. No, like,
See, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like, when you're doing a quiz show for entertainment, the worst thing you could do is just say the answer. We'll be done in 5 minutes.
Well,
the
not
best
with 10
idea.
questions, but at least 10 minutes. Next question, Joan.
Next question, Rob's turn. Before becoming Ant-Man, what was Scott Lang's job?
Before becoming Ant-Man, Scott Lang's job was Scott Lang the pervert? One of them? One of the comic books is called The Irredeemable Ant-Man. He's like a real jerk at the office, and he like steals people's lunches from the fridge, and he's always like looking, like he becomes Ant-Man so that he can like sneak around into like the ladies' shower room.
Okay, so what is that work environment, though? Engineer, bank robber, computer hacker, or burglar?
Those are all very close because bank robber, computer hacker, and burglar are all very well. Hang on. In the movie, doesn't he like steal somebody's leather jacket? I think it's but then there was the heist. The guy who talks fast was like a heist guy. So was he a bank robber? And there was the dude who was all like, oh, the Baba Yaga. Wasn't he hacking? Or was he soldering wires? That's not hacking. I'm going to go with burglar. It might be bank robber. I'm going to go with burglar.
You are
It
correct.
could be hacker. I'm going to go with burglar.
Burglar.
Whoo! Nailed it.
Correct.
Wow.
I think Annalise
Wow.
may have been speaking to the movie, not a comic book iteration of Scott. Like,
You never know if you're trying to stump somebody.
it's not that deep, I don't think.
In the comic, so in the movie, it's a burglar. In the comic
movie.
books, office pervert.
Office Pervert, which is a comic book I would read, so you should probably tell me the name of that.
Oh, it's called The Irredeemable
Nice.
Ant-Man, I believe. It's pretty good. I mean, the first volume's good.
The first volume. And Tell Me Lies, something about history. All right, Annalise,
Yeah, I would tell you that one too, but I'll just get muted again. Apparently, it's censored.
we'll do that.
Big textbook over here with Dr. Alvarez. Going to shut me down
Big
again.
textbook. All right,
Like
There's no
Firefly.
timer on this one. You're good to go.
Annalise, number 2.
I am.
Yes, number 2.
Which Stephen King novel features a character named Mother Abigail and a demonic figure known as Randall Flagg? Would you like choices?
I would like choices because Randall Flagg appears in a few different novels.
No.
I think Randall Flagg is the guy who turned Bruce Banner into the Hulk.
Interesting. But in the Stephen King
Is also possible.
multiverse, The Dark Tower, The Stand, Salem's Lot, or Desperation?
It's not Desperation, and it's not the Dark Tower, even though Randall Flagg is the man in the black. The man in black is Randall Flagg.
Who turns Bruce Banner into the Hulk.
I think, but that doesn't happen in The Long Walk either, bro.
And he's in love with his daughter.
Yeah, that's gross.
So the little animal cracker in her belly button.
But we're looking for the character that it has Mother Abigail. in it.
Also a Marvel character.
I believe it's The Stand. I think Randall Flagg has a large part in The Stand, and that's part of what creates the Stephen King multiverse, is that he exists in The Dark Tower and in The Stand. So I'm going to go with The Stand.
You are correct.
Yes.
Your thoughtful answers are blowing me away. All right, Rob.
Yes.
Which of these characters was not a founding member of the Avengers in the comics?
Okay. Wait a minute. All right, not a founding member. So the founding members of the Avengers, like Scarlet Witch and some other dude and like randos. This is going to be tough. Okay, hit me.
Okay, which were not
Not.
original Avengers of the comics?
Okay.
Iron Man,
Don't know.
Hulk,
Don't know.
Captain America,
Maybe.
Ant-Man.
I don't know any of those for sure. Okay, hang on.
Process of elimination. Hey, chat, wrong answers only.
Process of elimination, I think it's Hulk, because I think, no, they'd have Bruce Banner in there, because he's all Smarty McSmarty Pants, and you always got to have a Smarty Pants. Well, I thought the Smarty Pants was somebody else, though. I don't think it was Iron Man, because that was a movie thing. Who else was on your list? I should write them down.
Iron Man, Hulk, Captain America, or Ant-Man?
It wasn't, wait, no. It was Ant-Man, because Hank Pym was the Smarty McSmarty Pants. They didn't need Bruce Banner. Hulk, final answer.
Boo. No. Captain America.
You get the Diddy
Captain
button.
America First Avenger was not an original Avenger.
He came in issue 4 on Analese
Thanks,
note,
Kevin
apparently.
Feige. You owe me a point.
Yeah. The movies kind of mesh over what you already know, and your memories it's the same way with Harry Potter books and movies for me.
I can't picture Hulk in those scenes from like those old Avenger comics that I remember. I totally
Maybe he's not in as Hulk. Maybe he's
Ant-Man.
in as Dr. Banner.
I totally picture Scarlet Witch was in there. Vision with his like big green and yellow costume. But I can't recall Hulk. But all right, Captain America.
There we are. That was
Happy 4th of July, Captain America. You cost me a point, jerk.
You'll get out of the hole one day.
Or 10 points or 100. Who knows? Joan gets
How
to
many
decide.
points do I have, John?
-1.
Still?
Well, you went down a little bit from before because you were talking.
How many points does Analese have?
3.
Jeez Louises.
We haven't even answered 3 questions total, but, let's see if
No, your point system is what it is.
It is.
And we keep going.
Just keep talking. You'll see what I might enjoy. This is just up to me.
We are graded on Joan's entertainment.
Not to be published later because it'll change.
This is like the gymnastics portion of the summer games.
Cool. Apparently, Joan's
It's all
like
subjective.
silence on our audio podcast. Ask Analese
It's all
another question so
subjective.
she can sit there and stare at the ceiling for 30 seconds again. Get more
Yes.
points than me.
She is providing me a visual journey of walking through her library of knowledge as she pulls stuff off the shelf.
So
and
am I.
work harder, Rob. Okay, Annalise. Number 3. Number
Go
3.
ahead, number 3.
Annalise.
Yeah, okay.
What 1992 King novella, later adapted into a Netflix film, features a woman handcuffed to a bed after her husband's sudden death? Dolores Claiborne, Gerald's Game, 1922, Lacey's Story.
Ooh, those are really interesting choices for answers because Lacey's Story is a Netflix. 1922 is on Netflix. The only one that's not a Netflix series is Dolores Claiborne, which is a movie in the 90s with Kathy Bates. And I'm going to forget the other, like Jennifer Jason Leigh or someone like that. The answer is Gerald's Game, which is actually done really, really well by Netflix based on the story itself. They do a really good job of how that whole thing ends. But yeah, that's Gerald's Game and a really good retelling of it on Netflix.
Interesting. Read it first or watch it first?
That's a really good question to ponder because they are so identical and the show does a really good job of, I gotta talk about this without spoiling the thing because it's more than just the fact that she's stuck handcuffed to a bed in the middle of nowhere, right? Husband's on the ground having had a heart attack and she's stuck. It's a psychological thriller of some sorts. And there's another figure that comes in, another being that comes into play. And the show does a really good job of making that thing terrifying. So it is equal, honestly. Read it first, watch it first. They're pretty equal. Obviously, the book's going to be even scarier because you get a lot more of her thoughts. But yeah, that's an either or. Audiobook it.
Audio or immersive reading. Listen
There
to
you
it
go.
and read it. All right.
Yes. Yeah, there you go.
Rob, let's do some redeeming, shall we, with Captain America?
I sat quietly through Annalise's whole question. Did I get any points?
You were
What?
typing.
I know, I heard you typing, and I saw it on the screen, and it made me really excited, so you probably got extra points for what you
Thank
typed,
you.
because it's exciting. What material is Captain America's shield primarily made from?
NTM.
Primarily made from.
Vibranium?
Would you like
What
to
are the
hear your
choices?
choices?
Adamantium,
Thought I had it right.
vibranium, uru, or titanium.
It's adamantium.
Annalise's answer is vibranium. So
Is it vibranium?
That's what ChatGPT said.
maybe
You were
It could
probably
be.
right. ChatGPT
I
might
thought
be
it
going.
was adamantium because it was the same thing as Wolverine's claws. Because when you have the fight about who would win in a fight, Captain America or Wolverine, because one has claws of adamantium and one has a shield of adamantium. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's vibranium, and that's why it bounces around all over the place.
ChatGPT might have gone off of the movies only, which
No,
at
I could
some
be wrong.
point-
I didn't have a chance to think because I was trying to be really like astute and serious for Jones points, and I
would
didn't
say-
go through my mind palace like I would normally have done.
I would say you get the points because you are probably right based on the comic books and the.
I think I got the answer wrong.
no, you got it right, and the nuance is there. In the movies, it's vibranium, and in the comics, it's proto-adamantium.
Thanks a lot, Kevin
Proto-adamantium.
Feige. You cost me another point, you jerk.
Actually, she's giving that to you. But
No,
now that
I-
you just called him a jerk, you might have lost points.
I am giving it to you
Thank
because
you.
you are
Thank
a
you, Quizmaster.
you are a
I know
comic.
you've never been under this much pressure.
I have never been under this much pressure. It's so much pressure. You are a comics. What's that word? Truist, like whatever that word is. So
Nerd.
accepted. True comics nerd before the movies existed. All right. Both of you categorized your questions. So now we're moving into a new category for each of you.
Ooh, new category. What's our points total for category 1? What are we looking at here, Joan?
Annalise 4, 3.
Catching
Look
up.
at that.
Let's
Ooh,
go.
look at that. Look
I'm
at that
coming
score.
for you.
Ding, ding, ding.
I customized it with Nerd Best Friends colors. Annalise, we're moving into horror movies.
Okay.
In the
I'm probably
Ring,
going to do awful on this. Okay.
in the Ring 2002, how many days do you have to live after watching the cursed videotape? 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, or 10 days?
Only one of those is an even number.
An astute comment, Rob.
Thanks. Okay, so I've never seen this film, but I have seen some spoofs of it.
Surely there are tropes of this kind of
Yes,
thing.
and I can't remember what the tropes are. I'm going to say it's a week. It's 7 days because 3 days seems too short. 5 days is a weird number. 10 is too long. It's either 3 or 7, and I'm going to go with 7 because 7 is my lucky number.
You are correct.
Yes.
Ding, 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 ding.
It's my lucky number.
This is what you were talking about, Rob, with talking through the reasoning for your answers and seeing what's
Yes.
up.
And I helped fill dead air. That should be a point.
That is wonderful. Let's see if you get the next question right. You can't pander for points either.
Can't panda for points?
No, you can't.
Oh,
Well, then you take all of Rob's superpowers away.
yep.
Well, let's see. Let's move
You should
into
have heard that Hellmouth recording. I was just like, every 5 minutes, do we have any Buffy fans in the house?
I wish I
He was a busker. It was great. We have no
all the
evidence
points
of it.
for that. All the points for that. All right.
You just got a million points. See?
We'll move into, I consider Rob's specialty category, D&D. What alignment is traditionally associated with a gold dragon? Lawful good, chaotic good, neutral, or lawful evil?
So this is tough. It shouldn't be tough. This is it. There's a question because the gold dragon is like the good dragon. The gold dragon is the uber good side of the dragon, where the metallic dragons are the good dragons and the chromatic dragons are the bad dragons. And the red dragon is the baddest of the bad of the bad. But are they lawful good or chaotic good? And so then the opposite of that spectrum is the gold dragon. The gold dragon is like the good, pure dragon. But does that make them lawful or not? Now, if I think about that spectrum of gold dragon all the way across the dragons to red dragon, and I think about the alignment chart spectrum from all the way from lawful good to lawful evil, I have to assume that all the dragons also line up on that color spectrum, if you will, of the chart. So I am going to go with lawful evil. No, lawful good. Lawful good. Lawful evil wasn't a choice.
Was it? Yeah, lawful evil was a choice.
Oh, well, that's incorrect. I know it's a good dragon, and I just explained it. I just misspoke. It's lawful good. Lawful good. Lawful good. Lawful good. That had nothing to do with your giant gasp.
I'll allow it. That's
Thank
the last.
you.
That's the last. The last.
It's the last misspeaking I may
the last
do.
misspeaking.
All right.
Does that mean that's the same thing for the red wizards? Why the red wizard is like the worst?
Probably.
Hmm.
Well, so actually, I don't know why that is. I think, but it could very well be. There's also Dungeons and Dragons lore with like the Dragonland setting where they have wizards and those wizards align with the moons. There are 3 moons on that planet, and there's a red moon and a white moon and a black moon that you can't see unless you're evil, and then you can see the moon in the sky against the dark starscape. And the white moon wizards are good and the black moon wizards are evil. And the red moon wizards are like the neutral, maybe they haven't decided yet.
Interesting.
Yeah, and so there's a character and he's all red robed out, but then eventually puts on the black robes and you know it's gonna go down.
He's a bad guy.
Yeah.
It's so confusing. How am I
But
ever
I don't know. I don't know if
play
that's
that?
why the Red Wizards of Thay are red.
All right.
Maybe they
Annalise.
explain it with the wrong metal in Dungeons and Dragons, Avenue of Thieves. I don't remember what that movie was called.
Honor Among Thieves.
Honor Among
Honor Among
Thieves.
Thieves.
Which I
Among
haven't seen for a
Thieves.
second time, but I remember enjoying it, so I've got to rewatch it.
Well, the funny thing is, we were traveling and I looked over and Maria was watching it on the plane, and I kept like looking over, like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
You gotta rewatch it. It's summertime.
I suppose so.
Heck yes.
Yes. All right, Annalise. A 2007 horror movie is set entirely in one room and involves a haunted hotel room. The number 23, 1408, room 237, or the innkeepers.
What year is the movie? 2007?
Uh-huh.
Okay. 2007 horror movie takes place in one room that's haunted. Okay. Can you read the choices again?
The number 23, 1408, room 237, the innkeepers.
So I've never heard of the Innkeepers. Room 237 is Stephen King, and I don't think this is a Stephen King-based thing because I would have watched it, unless it is and I didn't know about it. 1408 sounds familiar, but I might be confusing that with another Stephen King thing as well.
That's the
Room
Christopher Columbus
23...
movie.
Huh?
That's the Christopher Columbus movie.
1408?
Wrong answers only.
It's the 4th of July, Rob.
What does that have to do with anything?
It's not Chris Columbus Day, Indigenous Peoples Day. I'm just going to take a wild guess because I don't recognize any of them as a film title, but my gut wants me to go room 7 that someone made a movie about it, but it's not Stephen King, but that's like a Stephen King thing. But I'm going to guess 1408. I'm going to go against my gut because that's the only one that I can think is a movie title.
You're right.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I have no idea what this film is. Never seen it, never heard of it, but just process elimination.
I saw that.
Guess.
Try and throw her off of Christopher Columbus year.
Yeah.
1492.
There's a whole part about Christopher Columbus in that book I didn't get to recommend for you. It's very interesting.
I remembered that 1408 wasn't because of the scene in Billy Madison when she's quizzing him.
See, I do know that. That's a good one.
Got him.
Can't argue with that.
Yep. Okay.
However, your
1984. Just
I
give
think
me
about
the
that scene a
answer.
lot too.
The best.
Yes.
Back to D&D.
Yes.
With Rob. Which of these classes is not in the 5th edition Player's Handbook? Words I will not say the correct way. Go with it. Paladin, Sorcerer, Warlock,
Artificer is not in the original Player's Handbook of 5th edition. It was added later in one of the supplements. All right.
By the way, Joan, you pronounced all of those correct.
Yes. I assumed because Rob said that one the right way. I was like, all right, it couldn't have been Artificer because that sounds weird.
No, that's not very
Fun fact, when I was a kid, I had never heard the word paladin before, and I had just only read it a million times in all of my Dungeons and Dragons books and adventures and stuff that I had been reading, and so I thought the word was pronounced, they pronounced it wrong, paladin.
Paladin?
Like Aladdin.
Mm-hmm.
So I like showed up to a D&D game and I'm like, I'm going to play my character. He's a paladin. And everybody was like, I think you put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable over there, but it's paladin. And I'm like, that can't be right. Paladin, like Aladdin. I mean, paladin, like Aladdin. And they're like, no, it's paladin.
But my
Broke my brain.
Paladin has a blue genie as his magical.
Listen,
I had it all planned out.
It was 1999. I don't know what movie? What year?
92. Aladdin came out in 92.
92. Well, and listen, never make fun of the way someone pronounces a word because that means they've been reading books.
Okay? Yeah. Gosh darn it.
Whoever told you that?
Yeah, you nerds.
Bunch of teenage D&D nerds.
It can be Paladin if I want it to be.
Somebody's older brother.
Right? And Big Word just wants us to get caught up in whatever pronunciations. All right.
Good times. Okay.
Annalise, new category for you, 90s pop culture.
Okay.
Ooh.
What year did Titanic win Best Picture at the Oscars?
Yeah, it came out in 97, so it has to be 97, unless it was 98 the year after. The movies are weird because of when they get released and when the Oscars are. Give me the
movie,
is 97 and 98 both in the answers?
97, 98, 99, or 2000.
Okay. So it was released in 97. The Oscars are always in May. Are they in May? The Emmys are in, I can't remember when the Oscars are because that makes the difference because it could be October of 97 or May of 98. It wouldn't have been October. That would have been
in the spring. They're definitely in the spring.
If they're definitely in the spring, then it would be.
When did the movie come out?
The movie came out in 97.
But what time of year? Was it
It was a
summer
summer
blockbuster?
blockbuster.
Or
Yeah.
was it that Christmas release blockbuster?
It was not Christmas release.
Okay.
I was watching an HGTV show, and the host had seen it 13 times the summer it came out.
That was our friend. So it came out very close to, if not the same year as Jurassic Park. And we had a friend who went and saw Jurassic Park literally every day.
Jurassic Park came out in 95, and he saw it like 13 times. Jurassic Park came out when we were still in high school.
95?
Mm-hmm. Because we played the Jurassic Park theme like in concert band.
Huh.
And it wasn't the year, 94, I think. My senior year in concert band, you and I played baritone. And I certainly remember practicing the theme to Jurassic Park on my trumpet. So that would have been my junior year, which means it came out in 94. Tenet came out when I was in college. And I remember because me, Stacy, and Tiffany, and Joan, you might have gone one of the times too. I think we went and saw like 4 or 5 times between all of us girls and that were friends in the USC band. So I know it was a summer release.
Those 2 movies is like overlapping as like the greatest year of movies ever. And they were 5 years apart.
Mm-hmm. Few years apart. About 3 years apart.
Life's a blur, man.
Especially as we get older. But thanks to band and marching band, I can place specific things at specific times based off of my experience of them. And I do remember
Mind palette.
I remember practicing that on trumpet. Yeah.
Insert Titanic theme.
Insert Titanic theme.
Near, far, wherever you are.
Sorry, Patreons.
7 or 8.
Joan, what year was the Robin Williams gig on the Oscars? It was later? Okay.
Man, I just eliminated an answer for her. Way to trick me. Minus points.
Whoa. That should be extra points for Rob, right
that
there.
Wasn't even intentional because I didn't need you to eliminate that one. I knew it was not 2000.
I'll tell you what, we're even for the giant gasp that happened earlier when I answered a question. How about that?
Okay, I'm gonna just guess 98 because it came out in the summer of 97, which means it would not have been the award season at the time, and it stayed in the movie theaters for a very long time, which it has to do in order to be eligible for the Oscars with all their weird, funky rules. So I'm gonna say 98. It won Picture of the Year.
Ding, 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 ding. Yes.
Funny thing is, I feel like you would come to that conclusion within the first 10 seconds. As
yeah, but I convinced
wait
myself.
A minute, it was a summer movie. I'm like, oh, she's got it.
I convinced myself that it came out at a time where it could have hit the 97 awards, but
Scoring break.
We are.
Oh!
That is for Nerd Best Friends After Dark scoring.
Analese 6, Rob 9. All right, Rob.
Wait, I'm the top number?
Yeah.
Gosh dang it.
Wait,
okay.
I have the lead?
All right. How many? We've had 5 questions each?
Nope. 3 more to 4. Yeah, 6. We've had 6. 4 more to go.
Okay, 4 more. Here we go.
All right. Rob, what year was the original edition of Dungeons and Dragons published? 69?
Nope.
74?
Maybe.
71? 82?
Oh, 79 or 82?
682?
No, wait. Say them again?
69? 74? 71? 82?
Okay, it's either 74 or 80. I feel like 74 is early. Because in my mind, when you asked the question before the choices, I would have said 1979. Wait, no, they just had their 50th anniversary. 74.
Ding, ding, ding. Good job.
I was about to give you a hint on that if you were leaning towards
No,
the 80s.
I'm sorry. I should have made that more entertaining. It just dawned on me like, oh no, remember how mad you were that on the 50th anniversary in the year of our Lord 2024, they didn't launch the new edition and it said they would, but then they delayed it because they're a bad company? Anyway, 1974.
Your brain was trying to convince you 100 ways the other direction.
Yep.
That's how it goes because all this stuff
It seemed too early.
Together.
It seemed too early.
All right. I like the variety of these questions. It makes my brain shift too much. So, Analese, shift to animated series of the 90s.
Okay.
Which animated series featured the line, I'm the baby, gotta love me? Rugrats, Dinosaurs, Flintstones, or Tiny Toon Adventures?
So I think we know it's not the last 2. It's definitely not Flintstones. Flintstones.
The Cowboys of Moo Mesa.
Not even. Don't confuse her.
How am I going to win?
So Dinosaurs, what's the one that's Don't Kick the Baby? That's South Park. Never mind. That's what I heard. Don't kick the baby. No, South Park. Okay, so it's either Dinosaurs or Rugrats. What's the line again?
I'm the baby, gotta love me.
Rugrats seems like a weird choice because they're all babies talking to each other like they're not babies. That
was the premise of that show. They were babies who talked to each other like they were not babies, which was also the premise of the original Peanuts comic strip, which is why people liked it, because they were little tiny children, but they didn't talk like little tiny children. That was back in the 50s. People ate that up.
Yeah, that's where Muppet Babies came from too with the nanny. Or no, it's Peanuts too.
Yeah,
Peanuts.
I think the nanny in Muppet Babies, the cartoon Muppet Babies, I think the nanny talked. She'd come in their striped socks and be like, no more screen time. And they'd be like, whatever. And then they'd go on an Indiana Jones adventure, which is why you can't find that show anywhere, because it was all movie parodies and they would show actual clips of the movies. And now you can't get it anywhere.
They can't get the rights to stream it.
Exactly.
Interesting.
I'm going to guess dinosaur, option A. That's going to be my guess.
You are correct.
That is correct. And I didn't want to give it away, but that's not an animated show. Did it say animated show in the question?
It says animated series. It was like claymation.
So
yeah,
that's
animated. Puppets.
I mean, either way, it's not.
No, I thought it was
animated.
guys in suits.
Oh, I thought it was claymation.
It's basically Family Guy, but they're wearing dinosaur suits.
And didn't he say not the baby?
No, he said...
He says the tagline, the like...
Gotta love me, I'm the baby.
But not the baby is also the tagline, the catchphrase that baby dinosaur is more popular known for.
Oh, okay. That seems like a bonus.
Not the baby. Yeah.
I love it.
It's cool. I got it right.
I don't even picture the Rugrats as part of our canon as 80s, whatever generation.
It was 90s.
But
they were popular in the 90s. Yeah.
It was 90s.
It was, it was a little late, I guess. It was on in that block with Doug, and I really like Doug. So
Doug. All right, fair.
D-U-G, Doug.
All right, Rob, we're shifting to another thing I associate with you, honestly, Star Wars. What planet is home to the Wookiees? Endor, Kashyyyk, Dagobah, Dathomir.
Wait. Wookiees or Ewoks?
Wookiees.
Wookiees is Andor's Ewoks. They start with E's. But Wookiees are Kashyyyk, or how is it pronounced?
I said Kashyyyk.
Kashyyyk? The one with the K. Anyway, you know that one from the Star Wars holiday special where Chewbacca's grandpa or whatever is watching holographic porn on the thing for Life Day.
He lives on the planet?
He lives on the planet
of Kashyyyk?
Yes.
Rob always got to mention porn or pervert or like what? Always.
He's in his old man era.
Does it get me more points or less points?
I'm a people pleaser. Tell me, John, what should I do?
I'm trying to say something funny to get points.
You can tell me who lives on Dagobah and Dathomir?
Dagobah is Yoda. The Ewoks are Endor. What's the other one? Dathomir.
Dathomir?
I don't remember that one. But Kashyyyk is the Wookiee planet.
It sounds like a hair product, with Wookiees, that's
which
how you
would
you
associate with Wookiees? They're all hair.
Yeah, it's pretty much. That's good.
Lots of conditioner.
Silky smooth.
There you go. Yes. Joan finally makes an Adam Sandler, Billy Madison reference. Perfection.
All right. Back to the springtime Oscars for Analese.
Okay.
What was the first animated movie ever nominated for a Best Picture Oscar?
So the funny thing is it is first and only, but go ahead and read me the options.
Oh, dang. She knows ahead of time.
Look at this.
Points. All right. Aladdin, Toy Story, Beauty and the Beast, The Lion King.
So it's not Paladin. Toy Story won a bunch of Oscars, but it did not win Best Picture because by the time Toy Story came around and Pixar became super popular, the Academy had added a separate category for Best Animated Feature Film. Prior to that, in 1990, the one and only animated film ever to be nominated for an Academy Award for Best Picture is Beauty and the Beast.
Ding. Ding, ding, ding. Ding. Tom
Fun
Hanks
facts.
is a treasure. Toy Story. Dude, Tom Hanks. What can't
Yeah,
you do?
Toy Story is great. Turned out into a great franchise and put Pixar on the map.
Did you hear the new one is going to focus on the new villain of the tablet?
Is it real life Tim Allen?
Oh, I don't know.
The villain? No.
Villain? No, I don't know. Oh,
Oh,
no.
real life Tim Allen being the villain versus, yeah. Gotcha.
Fair.
What was the other option? You said Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, Toy Story, and what?
Lion King.
Oh, The Lion King. The Lion King was nominated for Best Animated Feature Film.
Dang, you with the knowledge. All right, 2 more questions to go.
Okay.
See,
Neck
when I
and neck.
chose that question, I knew it was going to go either way because it was a Beauty of the Beast question. You were either going to know everything about it or you were going to get it wrong and it was going to be a gigantic explosion.
That was a good guess, yeah. That was a good guess.
What a testament to stumping each other. All right, 2 more questions to go. We have Annalise 10, 11.
Ooh, look at that.
All right,
How many questions to go?
2 more.
2. Okay.
Rob, what was the name of the clone trooper who removed his inhibitor chip and joined the rebels in the Clone Wars and the Bad Batch? Cody, Rex, Echo, Fives.
I chose this one.
Talk out loud.
I knew you loved the Clone Wars.
I do love the Clone Wars, but I always get Captain Rex and Captain Cody confused, which is the hard part. I was like, if one of those is on the list, as you were reading, I'm like, well, if one of Rex or Cody is on the list, I'm golden. but one's blue and one's yellow. But other than that, they're clones. It's really hard to tell them apart unless you know which color they are.
What are the
I
different
know it's not
colors
the other
mean?
two. Echo is the little girl, and the other guy is one of the the Rambo guy. It's funny because I love that show, The Bad Batch, and I still don't know their names. I call them like Bruiser, Bingo, and Lucky because I don't know who they are, and they're all the same. Shoot, so now I'm thinking about that show, and I'm thinking about the Rambo guy, and he's like, "We gotta talk to Captain Rex, or we gotta talk to Captain Cody." I don't think he says Cody. That's hard to say in that like gravelly New Zealand accent. I think they would have gone with Rex. We gotta get to Rex. I think it's really a 50-50. Because, did Cody not remove his inhibitor chip? Maybe Cody was the one that like made the ultimate sacrifice. I'm gonna go with Rex.
You're correct.
I am the smartest man alive.
I'm the smartest man alive.
And I liked your logic on that.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
Like, what would they make the voice actor do? Would they make him say Cody all the time? No, that's stupid.
That was the best.
Thanks, Dave Filoni.
Annalise,
Yes.
this is hilarious. I want to know how Rob came up with this question. Which boy band released the album Millennium in 1999? Think Backstreet Boys, 98 Degrees, or O-Town.
Good Lord. It could actually be any of them. Okay, so the title, it came out in 99.
99.
All
Album
right.
called Millennium.
NSYNC's album at that time was No Strings Attached. It would not be them.
What?
I can see the CD cover because of Columbia House advertisements.
Nice. The Mind Palace.
My guess is going to be Backstreet Boys. I believe that album is the one that has I Want It That Way on it. I don't think it's 98 Degrees, but it could be. I could be convincing myself out of that. And then O-Town, I don't even know a single album by O-Town, so it could also be them.
Nobody
but
does.
I'm going to guess O-Town came
O-Town came around?
Yes, about that time. So their first, that would be like their first and maybe only album. I don't know too much about them. I don't think it would be Millennium. That was a bigger album, a more well-known album. So it's a toss-up, but I do think it's Backstreet Boys.
Of course I had to put that question on. It's got my favorite song of all times. I want it that way.
It's your new karaoke song.
That's
It's been
why
my
he
karaoke
picked
song.
it.
Nuh-uh, Power of Love's been your karaoke song.
Good
Shut
point.
up. Yeah. Got
You
Huey
be
Lewis
again.
in the news.
I love that.
Okay.
All right.
One
Final
more question, or was that it?
One
Final
more question for
question.
each of us?
Final
One more
question.
question.
Here we go. Final
Final
question.
question.
Okay, all right.
All right.
How many points is this one worth? What's the score? What are the stakes here?
The whole company.
The whole time. Oh, I know this.
You versus me.
Mono y mano.
What is the score?
Mano
What are we
y
doing?
mano. What does that even mean, Carl?
Annalise 12.
Okay. So
Okay.
even if I get it wrong, I still have a chance.
That is
I'll
true.
have a chance.
Okay.
What does the BB in BB-8 stand for?
It stands for something?
A, binary ball. B, it doesn't stand for anything. C, BattleBot. Or D, beep boop.
Beep boop. Beep boop. You broke him. You broke
Well,
him.
it's not Beep Boop because
Beep
he's
Boop.
the guy who goes wah 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 wah. Okay.
Beep boop.
It is J.J. Abrams. Don't forget.
This question sucks. Thank you very much. I'm
Just happy to say beep boop.
going to go with my original reaction, which was it stands for something, and say E, it doesn't stand for anything.
You would be absolutely right.
Thank goodness.
Gotcha.
Beep boop.
Woo.
I
All right.
had a feeling you were going to try to talk yourself out of that one, but you landed on it pretty quickly.
But I'm like, that can't. There's no
Maybe if there's a real answer besides beep boop, you might have thought about it more seriously.
binary ball was compelling. Binary ball was a
thought
little compelling.
BattleBot made sense to me too. BattleBot made total sense.
No, because I don't think of him as like. I think
But that was
of
a
a lot of
show.
those little droids are like they're made for other things. Like C-3PO is a protocol droid, but he just ended up in a war. Like only the ones that are like have arms for cannons or cannons for arms and missile launchers on their shoulders. Those I think of as BattleBots. Little roly-poly guys. I'm like, oh, that probably like helped some little girl with their homework, and now it's just in a war.
Hence beep boop. A little
Beep
girl
boop.
named it. That's his name from now on.
Beep boop.
I have a crochet pattern to make a BB-8. Like,
Ooh.
Like
anyway.
a 3D.
Like a crochet the two balls and like a stuffy, a BB-8 stuffy.
That's cool.
All right.
Is it all made
That's
of like
fun.
hexagons all stuck together like a soccer ball?
No.
How do you
it's
do
a-
it? How do you make a ball with crochet? Is it tubes?
You
Okay.
just crochet around like a basket and then you make
Yeah,
another
yeah,
one
yeah,
and
yeah.
you.
That's how a 3D printer would do it too.
Yeah, exactly. But I could.
Wow.
Hexagons might be good. Okay. Annalise, last one.
Okay.
Which 1994 song by Ace of Base spent 6 weeks at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100?
94, you said?
94. Do you want your choices?
Yes, please.
I like that the follow-up was the year and not Ace of Base had more than one song? But go for it.
Well, let's see. Hold on. Don't give me Hold on. It's The Sign. What's that other one?
Exactly.
All That She Wants.
She wants.
There's one more. Anyways, give me the options because I forgot what the other one is.
All That She Wants. The Sign. Beautiful Life.
Beautiful
Cruel
Life.
Summer.
That's it. I didn't know
Cruel
they did
Summer.
Cruel Summer remake, but it's The Sign. It's the only big hit that they had because All That She Wants was the release after that, wasn't as popular, and then the Beautiful Life. It's a Beautiful Life was not a popular song at all. So it's The Sign.
You did it. All right.
And it opened up my eyes.
It opened up my eyes.
I saw
It was
sign.
A Beautiful Life. I'm tone deaf. Can you tell? All right.
Wait, the answer was Beautiful Life?
No, it's The Sign.
Oh.
But I was just singing the rest of them.
Gotcha.
That was a little confusing. I'm like, well, you got it, right?
It's a beautiful.
All right.
So,
right.
final tabulation.
Because
The
I
winner is
am awesome, there is a tie. 15-15.
What?
Okay.
You've got to work harder. We're going to do one question, like right or
Tiebreaker.
wrong. Tiebreaker.
tiebreaker. Okay.
Of the 4 remaining questions, I'm picking my favorite. So you are at
Okay.
the win of what
Let's
I find
go. I got
interesting.
my rally cap on. Let's go.
And the rubric, so to speak, is how much I learn from you about how you answer this question. So teach me something.
Okay. All right.
Teachers?
The stakes have doubled.
The stakes have never been higher. Rob,
Yes.
let's go to the Spider-Verse. What is the name of the pig-themed Spider-Man from the alternate universe? Do you want answers? Or do you want to...
I don't think I think for extra points, I'm going to try to explain this one without my answers and let you know that there were different ways that the Spider-Verse was approached. So the Spider-Verse is this idea that there are, of course, a multiverse in Marvel Comics and that some of those universes are so wildly different that they could be of completely other things. Like they do a good job depicting this in the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness movie that you may have seen where they go to like a watercolor world and they go to a world where everybody eats some weird street food instead of like, it's like apples have been replaced by something weird. Like there could be a Lego universe where everybody's a Lego character or whatever. And in the Spider-Pig universe, it's a cartoon universe. So this is difficult to show in the comic books because comic book characters are already two-dimensional comic book things. So they try to draw the landscape and everything really bubbly and simple. In fact, when I see the Spider-Pig universe in the comic books, it reminds me of the Garfield and Friends television show. Remember that one? And they would go to like the farm and everything would be just like really sparse and just like green hill tree in the background. That's how they did it. So you know that they were in like a cartoon universe. And many of those universes were so similar to our universe that they would just give Peter Parker the name Peter Parker, but like a little bit of a play on that. So when you went to the universe that instead of New York, it was like New Bali and everything was a Bollywood theme. And instead of Peter Parker, his name was like Peter Parker or, you know, some like different version of that. And so I believe in the Spider-Pig universe, it is also that kind of play on Peter Parker. But because it's a cartoon and cartoons are made for dumb jokes, I believe Spider-Pig's name is Peter Porker.
You did it. Congratulations.
Let's
Do
go.
you have his superhero name?
Spider-Pig?
Spider-Ham.
How did I get that wrong? The company is yours, Analese.
You got it wrong because you went with Homer Simpson.
Spider-Pig.
Spider-Pig.
That's exactly what I
does
did.
whatever a Spider-Pig does.
Got me. All right. My
Got
only
you.
chance is
My
that
goodness.
Annalise
Is that I
totally
get it
flails
wrong.
this question.
Yeah.
Tell me a story.
Spider-Pig, Spider-Pig.
Of course it's Spider-Ham.
All right. We're still in the 90s, Analese.
Okay.
You said Spider-Pig in the answer, which made me, oh my God.
No one said Spider-Pig.
Maybe
You
I
said
did.
Spider-Pig.
I don't remember if I did or not. I might have said. I didn't give you answers, Rob.
She didn't give you answers.
You're like, I want to do it myself. Okay.
That
Annalise.
was the bonus part of the question, though, right?
That was
you
the
did
bonus.
Get the
It doesn't
question
count
right.
into your, yeah.
Yeah.
You told me a good
You got
story.
the question right.
You know what's funny is I think in
Peter
that
Porker.
cartoon, he's actually a spider who gets bitten by a radioactive pig.
That's hilarious. Peter
Actually-
Porker.
I actually hate Through the Multiverse, Spider-Verse. I didn't like that movie. Get out of here. We're on to the next question. That's why I asked it. I was like, if anyone could convince me to like it, it's Rob. That was pretty good.
Those are the best Spider-Man movies that ever existed.
That's what Jeff
They're
said.
the best superhero movies that have ever existed.
I'm really hard to impress.
I
All
guess
Did
so.
you watch the second
Years
one?
and years of avant-garde advancements in animation weren't enough to make you like a movie.
It's
which is
so
why, at least might have a hard time impressing me with this one.
good. Okay.
What was the name of the Tamagotchi-style alien pet launched by Tiger Electronics in 1997.
I have no idea, but give me the options.
We got Nanopet, Gigapet, Digicritter, or Virtual Alien.
So Tamagotchi, and it's an alien?
Tamagotchi-style alien pet.
I know nothing about these because we were too poor to own them. I do remember that we bought the like swap meet versions for like $1 that would break within 5 minutes. So we never had these. I have no idea what any of them are, but the only name I recognize is Gigapet. And that's going to be my guess because... So the thing about Tamagotchis is that they were, or Tamagotchis, whatever they're called, they were for younger kids when we were teens going into adults in the 90s. So it's so far removed from anything me or my siblings really wanted. But I do remember picking up like when I was home one weekend from college, I picked one up for like $1 at the Santa Barbara swap meet that used to be over at the fairgrounds. And it broke like 5 minutes after we left. But it was a fake Tamagotchi, and I think I threw it away. But Gigapet's the only thing that I remember being a name or a jingle that's like running in my head at the time. So that's going to be my guess is Gigapet.
And you're right.
Yes.
You are right.
I have
feel like
nothing to
Gigapet
impart
was
or
probably the swap meet one you had, right? Wasn't Gigapet the knockoff, the Tamagotchi knockoff?
Maybe.
That's what I think.
No,
Maybe.
Gigapet's the real name.
Oh, what was the other one called?
I don't know what the swap meet one was called.
No, when the one in the question.
The one in the question is Gigapet.
Well, Tamagotchi is the company. Gigapet is the...
Tamagotchi-style alien pet launched by Tiger Electronics.
Yeah, Tiger Electronics was the knockoff from the Tamagotchi
maybe.
one. That's why I was thinking.
Gotcha.
Like,
I see what you're saying.
Gigapet
Yeah, who knows?
is Temu Tamagotchi.
Maybe.
Timu.
That's how I
Well,
read it.
Timu.
Well,
Summer Games conclusion. Analese 17, Rob 20.
what?
Rob wins the summer
I
game.
own the company, Nerd Best Friends, LLC. I'm paying my taxes, everything.
That means you pay the bills, too.
That's right. I am now bestowed this responsibility, and I will immediately file for bankruptcy. As my first act as president, Nerd Best Friends LLC, I am immediately firing everyone.
Which is why we're giving the company to Carl.
No!
Oh, that was fun, Joan. Thank you.
Thank you, Joan.
Thank you.
Oh, man,
I'll get my revenge next summer. Next summer. Summer Games 2. Electric Boogaloo.
That's right. Can you save the rec center, a.k.a. Nerd Best Friends, from the evil corporate overlord? Where are we at?
We're back at it again for another time this summer. Rob, what's the nerdiest thing you did this week?
Okay, the nerdiest thing I did this week was I was out in Milwaukee, or the good land, where...
Backstage with Alice Cooper
in Milwaukee, and we were talking about what's the most famous thing about Milwaukee. And so I was there for like Summerfest and to like visit breweries, and like we had a great trip, and it was awesome. But we got to, there was like a day that we had to fill with like what's cool Milwaukee things that you want to do. The only thing I know about Milwaukee, not the only thing, but like something prominent in my mind about Milwaukee is watching Laverne and Shirley when I was a little kid, because my mom really liked that show. So I remember I remember catching like reruns of it on like Nick at Night when I was an even older kid, because I think my mom was watching them again because she really liked that show. And I'm like, well, what's the deal with Laverne and Shirley? Didn't they worked at a brewery? Could we go to that brewery? So I started doing research on the Laverne and Shirley brewery, which was, they changed the signs of the Schlitz brewing plant to Shots Brewing because it was real easy to change that for like the opening scene where they're doing their thing and they put the glove on the guy and all that kind of stuff. Does that brewery still exist? The answer is no. But they took all that stuff. When that brewery closed down, another brewery bought the stuff, like the guts of it, for their brewery. And that brewery is called Lakefront Brewery. So Lakefront Brewery still does a Laverne and Shirley tour of the brewery. So like, that's what we're doing. We gotta go to the Laverne and Shirley Brewery. So we get to there and the guy is doing his dumb tour thing. And he's like, and you may have heard that this brewery was full of the stuff from the old Schlitz brewery. And I'm like, I knew that because I did the research. He's like, but that was years ago and that stuff is old. So it's all junk. We got rid of it. Now we have modern stuff. And I was like, but so at the end of the tour, sure enough, they kept the little conveyor belt. They're like, the only thing left of the old brewery is this. And it's, I don't know, 4 feet long conveyor belt on a sawhorse hooked up to like a motorcycle battery that they turn on and the bottles go across it and you can stand behind it. On it. You can put the glove on it and take a picture. I swear, I tried my best to give it a good couple of beats when he's like, does there anybody volunteer who wants to take the picture? Because of course I wanted to take the Laverne and Shirley picture, but I was like, cool down. Cause there were people there that were older than me who I thought like, well, they might have more investment in the Laverne and Shirley thing. So I gave it a beat. In my mind, I feel like I waited a good 10, 15 seconds for anyone else to volunteer. In real life, it was probably like me. Anyway, I did it. I stood behind the conveyor belt and I put the glove on the bottle and I waved bye-bye to it at the one like 4-foot piece of equipment that is left from the Milwaukee Schlitz Brewing Company featured in the Laverne and Shirley television show.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Did you recreate the theme song outside with Andrew? 1, 2, 3,
in preparation,
4, 5,
I had to,
6, 7, 8.
We watched the YouTube video of the original, opener, and we watched the video of the Wayne's World recreation, which is a literal shot for shot. If you watch them together, perfect reenactment. So yes, my family knew what they were in for because we watched both the original and the Wayne's World YouTube videos of it, and then I recreated it.
I love that.
Laverne and Shirley's awesome.
What's the nerdiest thing you did this week?
We are watching Ironheart over here. The last 3 episodes dropped, and we are on the final episode. She's officially made her suit, and now she's going to go do the final thing, which we are still waiting to watch as of this recording.
Very cool. Because we were thinking about that. Are we going to start Ironheart or are we going to watch Rogue One? Because we had just finished Andor. We watched Rogue One and then Star Wars. So help me out with this. Should I watch Wakanda Forever before? Or is this a prequel to Wakanda Forever?
She definitely mentions Suri in it.
Okay, so then it's...
Yes, and it's only 6 episodes, so it's not a huge investment of time versus other ones that might have multiple episodes.
It's only 6 total?
6 total, but it was real good. I enjoyed it thus far.
Cool.
There's some layers in it that I didn't anticipate, so maybe we talk about that after you watch it.
I think I'm going to watch Wakanda Forever beforehand, just because I only saw that movie once when it came out. And I think it's got some stuff there. So I'm going to watch Wakanda Forever, and then I'm going to watch Ironheart, and that's going to be the next thing on our schedule.
I love it. I had to think, like, how do we know her? How did her dad die or stepdad? What?
Okay, then yeah, I'm definitely going to watch the Wakanda.
So
I'm definitely going to watch it first.
I had to do a little Google. It's like the opening. And the opening scene in each thing, the title Ironheart shows up in a different way artistically every single time. So it's fun to watch and pick it out.
Hey, Rob, you said Wakanda Forever is important to watch before the next thing. What was the next thing? I just remember, I don't know, a movie review or something that we saw, and you were like, ooh, now you got to watch Wakanda Forever for this thing coming out. Was it Ironheart you were talking about?
I would imagine so.
That's probably
okay.
Yeah, I would imagine so. But if you don't have time, Disney Plus has those little like Marvel Legends or whatever they do, where they give you like a little like under 10-minute
you get like a
thing of everything you need to know to go into this show. Have you been watching those?
No.
They're really well done.
Nice.
In fact, I got to remember to watch that before I watch Thunderbolts, which I still haven't seen.
It's also streaming, so I can watch that this
Thunderbolts
weekend.
Is streaming now?
Thunderbolts is already streaming?
I think. Soon.
If Thunderbolts is streaming, I'm canceling 4th of July and we're watching that movie instead.
I swear I told Jeff, we can watch it when we go. We're going to a resort for this long weekend this weekend. I was like, we have to have a movie to watch. I swear it's out because I thought it was that we were going to watch. And not to forget Juliana, by the way, she just said she downloaded the comic, which I assume is Ironheart.
I have read the Ironheart comic. I wonder... No, it'll be the same. I think the movie universe version is pretty different, but kind of the same. Because, like Iron Man and Tony Stark and stuff are like way differently important in the Marvel Cinematic Universe than they are in the comic book universe. So I think there'd be a big difference there, but it's the same character.
No, it says August 2nd. So just kidding.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, because I feel like I spent a lot of time on Disney Plus this weekend watching Andor and Rogue One and Star Wars, and I think I would have noticed if it popped up.
Absolutely.
It might be popping up for pre-order for people who want to purchase it on streaming.
Oh, that could be.
Like, coming soon, purchase it now for this price.
That gives me time to read the comic book, Rob, because you gave me the comic book, Thunderbolts, or told me the title of it. Anyway, Ironheart, MC.
Very good.
Awesome.
So now
Analese.
I got to watch Wakanda Forever and then Ironheart.
Sounds like a good time. Sounds like a good time.
Analese, what's the nerdiest thing you did this week?
Hey, so I talked earlier about paying for the photo op with the 3 principals of Sunnydale High School at Hellmouth Con. Was like, once I heard that the 3 of them were going to be there, I was like, I'm spending the money to get that photo op because, hey, funny, I'm a high school principal. So I got that photo, got that 8x10, and then we met some very lovely people. They gave me a cool little graphic that is a quote from Principal Wood in Buffy that said the last 2 principals were 8 who would even apply for this job, and it's printed on like those old school 80s folders they used to give out with the little like athletes on it. Do you remember those yellow folders? So it's printed over one of those, and that got put in a frame with my pictures of the principals. So I went back to the office this week and spent an entire day purging and going through all my files and getting rid of last school year and filing things away and doing all the things, and cleaned the heck and organized the heck out of my office and made sure to put up my picture of me with the Sunnydale principals with that little graphic. But that's what I did. Nerdiest thing I did this week was some organizing and purging, but also making sure prominently displayed is now my picture with the Sunnydale principals. And my amazing, amazing assistant who actually runs the school, her name's Andrea, she walked in, she goes, because she's a big Buffy fan as well. She has a really funny story about Buffy. She watched it as a total adult as well when she was breastfeeding, and would be up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was on syndication. So she got hooked on it way back then. Her kids were all in their 20s, so that's how long ago she started watching it. We bonded over that pretty quickly 2 years ago when I first got to the school, and she watched it. She goes, "That's you with the principals." And I'm like, "Sure is." And then I showed her a picture of us with like James Marsters and all that stuff. It was cool to geek out with my assistant. And also that picture now is up there for anyone who gets the reference when they walk into my office. So
that's great. What a nice conversation piece when you have families in there to like expel some student for doing something awful.
At least I'm not going to eat you.
What would Principal Flutie do?
Well, he'd give you a hug and be like, okay, you can go off campus.
What would Principal Snyder do?
He would only show up at night because his real job was being on Star Trek at the time. As we learned,
actually mentioned that's why a lot of his scenes are at night, because he had double gigs. And we also learned at Hellmouth Con that he originally auditioned to be Principal Flutie. And that Ken Lerner, it was his like acting coach who got the job over him. And then they came back to him for Snyder after Principal Flutie was eaten. And that he asked to be eaten by the mayor. They knew time the school was getting blown up and their time in high school was ending. He was like, well, if Ken got eaten, I want to be eaten as well.
I love it.
So they wrote that in. Fun times. All right. Hey, so next week, listeners, we have some more Nerdstalgia re-roll of our Superman episode back from
Good
season
timing.
2.
Look at the synergy on you.
Yes. And the week after that, we will be doing our nerd movie review of the new Superman film coming out July 11th. So get ready for those 2 episodes coming up, all about the Man of Steel. And this was fun.
I tried to pre-order my tickets to make sure that I could get it done that Saturday night before recording, but they're not on sale yet. So I'm going to have to keep rechecking to make sure that I can get in, because there's a lot of buzz about this new Superman movie. Underwear on the outside, Jones. It's going to be great.
I asked Jeff, can we go to the fancy movie theater so I can have a table so I can take notes, so I can like order food and like
do it.
He was like, I want to go to the $8 theater because I don't care.
Oh my God.
He just wants to save money. And I was like, I can't.
Sounds like it's a solo trip, Joan.
I can't sit in a rickety chair and try and like pay attention.
Nope. You need to go to the fancy one and order dinner and take your notes and nerd out.
Yeah. That's what
I would love to have a movie theater where I could get like a booth or like the little balcony thing. Like I would love that. All of our theaters are rickety theaters in my town. And I just choose the one rickety theater that serves beer. That's basically
the least rickety. It's the newest one.
The least
newest
rickety,
being like 20 years old.
And they serve alcohol. So that's where my choice comes from. But, absolutely. Because I only go to the movie like once or twice a year anyway when these like big things come. So maybe I should start like driving out of town to go to the big fancy movie for some of these. I don't know.
Could be worth it. I mean, I enjoyed watching Life of Chuck on a recliner, then bringing food and popcorn to my seat. Like that was all I had to do is walk in and scan my phone and go take my pre-reserved recliner seat. I really liked it.
And order your food ahead of time, and then they like, bring it to you. And Oh, man.
What about nerd travels? What if the Sphere played a movie we really needed to see and review and we could converge and go see it at the Sphere?
I would 100% do it. We got to go to Vegas and do the Pinball Hall of Fame anyways.
I think...
Wait, if the what?
The
Sphere, the big round
ball
thing.
Oh!
They show films on that entire, the whole thing is a screen, and they'll show films on it.
Right now they're doing Wizard of Oz and it looks amazing. My friend went to a concert. I don't know. I feel like I get sick and vomit, but I really want to go. I think that'd be a great nerd travels.
I agree. Put it on the list.
Yeah, no, it's a school weekend for me. Like, I can't.
No, not this movie.
Not this
well,
one.
I mean, Superman
in the future.
I don't know that they're playing it on the Sphere. That's the thing.
Yeah. You have to keep an eye on like their upcoming events or whatever.
We have to like look ahead and pick something.
Gotcha.
Like Spaceballs.
Well, all right.
You know they're going to play the original Spaceballs when the new Spaceballs movie comes out. So,
of course. I have this like arbitrary rule for myself where I don't like the event has to take longer than the travel. Like if the travel is longer than the event I'm going to, it's a real hard sell for me to.
But we would do like 3 events in Vegas.
Right. I wasn't even thinking about Vegas. I'm thinking about like, okay, like going to LA to watch like a movie at a
2-hour movie
theater. Yeah. It's like, all right, that's 4 hours of driving for a 2-hour movie. Like, am I really going to do that?
That makes more sense.
Like, it's the same thing like when I go to sporting events down there. It's like, okay, it's going to be 4 hours of driving for a 3-hour game. It's like,
unless you ride the beer bus.
Unless you ride the beer bus, then it's a much longer travel, but you don't notice it because on the way there, you're having a great time. And on the way back, you're passed out.
Good times. I have 1 movie theater to choose from.
I imagine you do.
It's at least.
Let me guess. It's totally maxed out and perfect and awesome with dinner and booths and fancy things because of all the competition. Oh, wait. They can get away with it. It's actually
really nice.
Really?
It's really nice. You can get food. They don't bring it to you. They're not recliners. But it's. I would say it's more desirable than like 3 of the options you have in Santa Barbara.
I believe that. I mean, watching the movie on my phone is better than 3 of the options I have in this town.
Yikes.
I think that's the opposite, but that's sad, Santa Barbara. Come on.
It is. Like, when there are theaters in this town that I won't go to because, like, you walk in, you're like, well, this is a place where I'm going to get head lice, and the soda fountain probably hasn't been cleaned in 30 years.
And they haven't changed the interiors of these places downtown in forever. The Granada is the only one that's worth going to because, you know, they've upgraded their seats and changed their seats out a little bit. When they show films, they don't show films very often.
That is where you get to go to like the cool old school films, though, like where I saw Back to the Future and Who Framed Roger Rabbit last summer. It's pretty cool.
I saw The Joker.
Oh, yeah?
Sometimes they play the big blockbuster movies there. I saw The Joker there in 2019.
Or if I can go see Superman there.
Maybe. If they don't have anything else going.
All right, nerds, before we wrap up, we've got something super coming your way on our next summer adventure.
We're taking flight with a full review of the brand new Superman movie, fresh from James Gunn's DC reboot.
We'll talk highs, lows, Lex Luthor's, Lois Lane's, and all the nerdy detail you know we can't resist.
Plus, we'll be asking the big question, is this the Superman movie we've been waiting for?
So if you're a fan of capes, kryptonite, and classic comic book chaos, don't miss it.
Follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you are the first to hear the episode when it drops. And hey, maybe give us a 5-star rating while you're at it.
Thanks for hanging out, and remember, you can be nerdy about anything.
And special thanks to Dr. Intern Joan for moderating our nerd games in which Rob is a champion and gets the company instead of Carl.
I'm a hostage.
And thanks to our Patreon subscribers for joining us on this live episode. Hope you had as many laughs as we did. And we'll be looking to do this more often.
All right. Thanks. Cool.
I love the commentary. Thank you, Joan.
Okay, well done, but you did go off script a little bit.
I love it. We're keeping it. It's in. No redos.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
That's going to be the new intro now.
That's how our stinger goes.
Patreon costs can't change. I don't know what that means, Josh.
It means
he thinks I'm going to mark up I'm going to do a price hike.
Oh, I see. Yeah, because now you own the company. Now it's going to be $1 billion. All right.
I'm responsible for the price change if we ever implement it. So
yeah, blame
me.